What's going on, everybody? It's Jack, and today we're doing it. iRacing 360 dirt sprint cars out here at Volusia in the top split. This is something that you guys always request, and it's something I do not very often, but I try to get it done for you guys because, I mean, who doesn't love running these 360 dirt sprint cars, and who doesn't love watching them? They're awesome on replays, and it's going to be a great race in this video, guys. I promise that. If you haven't already, hit that sub button. I appreciate it. And you guys are watching my qualifying lap right now in the number 7 car, going into 1 and 2. Tracker's really slick here. You guys can see that. My qualifying, so let me give you guys a rundown on my setup here. Now, I downloaded this setup off the internet, and that's normal for me, but the twist here was, I wasn't comfortable in it, and I felt off in it. I just felt like I could do better. I don't know, it was one of those things. Yes, I did shave my face, by the way. But no, I wasn't comfortable in it, and I was like, you know what, I risked it for the biscuit, and I went to baseline. I went to baseline in this race. I said, screw it, it's a heat race. What can we lose? We already did bad. So I went to baseline, and I did 2 changes. Just 2 changes from baseline. And I want you guys to see how it shapes up to me. I don't know, what do I have to lose, right? So green flag drops here in the heat race. Starting on the outside in the 3rd row. Trying to make a pass here on the outside, going side by side down the back straightaway. Running that car up against the fence there, dude. He's going 3 wide, man. It's real scary in these cars. The track this slick. Everyone was racing smart, which is really nice. Still side by side on the outside. No cautions here. Barely avoiding that guy's front nose. Let's go on board. Check that out. Let's see what we got going on here. Going into 2, or out of 2. Back down the back straightaway. Almost making contact again, guys. A lot of close racing in this heat race. It's getting very, very antsy. Already up in P4. We've gained a few spots already. Not bad. We're working on the top 3. Look at that nose slide. Like that was so close. We're on the inside of him right now, trying to make a pass for a top 3. We're going to go ahead and get that pass right now. We're going to get that position. Check out TV view here. Completing our 2nd lap. He's going to try to go back on the inside of me. Track was really slick down below. I gave him enough room to work that middle line a bit, but he lost a little bit of momentum there. And still side by side though. And he could have slid up into me. He checked it, and he's going to fall in line now. So we've made it to 3rd. Hey, that's a really good heat race. When you're starting like 6th or whatever, that's pretty good with legit passing and no wrecks. That's a feat in itself. So I was really pumped on how this thing was driving. The leaders were actually not going anywhere, and there were some decently fast guys in the split. I believe there was 1 pro guy in here, so it wasn't. There's some decent names. I mean, it wasn't like some random split. So jump on board with me. You guys can watch. I actually ended up catching 2nd for a little bit. We're actually catching him right now. Laps are short here though, and the leaders already had a pretty good distance from me when the green flag dropped. About 2 laps in, so we have about 2 or 3 laps left here. Going down the start finish line. Tracker's getting bumpy. You guys can tell the middle right there is starting to slick out, so we're running a little bit above that, and that's where the car seems to hook up. And 3 and 4 was a little tricky right now. There's a certain groove in the track that you want to stick into, and if you don't hit it right, you're going to get way on the outside. But we're starting to lose a little bit of time here. Not sure. I was making some bad load. I was trying to changing up my driving style a little bit because track was changing, and I didn't know what to do. So this was the last lap, and I decided to kind of feel the inside out to see what was going on down there. But I didn't really feel like much, to be honest. But we're going to go ahead and finish P3 in our heat race. I was so pumped off that. I was like, man, it's hard to get a decent finish for me. For some odd reason, these 360 cars, I always struggle to finish a race. So I was pumped. We got a better qualifying spot. I'm just glad we're not in mid-pack for the final. That would suck. So here we are going down the back straightaway here for the start in the 360 Dirt Sprint Cars official race. Top split, number 7 car on the outside. Trying to get the good jump here. We're getting real edgy here. Not a bad jump. It was okay. It's a pretty stacked field right now, though, guys. We got like 18 cars on track. So we got 1 car that spun on the inside down there. No caution yet. Green flag racing here. 30 laps. Going out of 4, I should say. Right behind this guy, man. Look how close we got. This is probably the closest I've been to someone in this game in a while in this 360 Dirt Sprint car. It was very satisfying that I could run this close without having an incident. Look at that. That's some pretty trustful racing right there, if I should say. You guys got to trust you know, the people around you, that they're going to make the smart decisions too, and we're going to be side by side, but the caution's got to come out, so we're going to have to retire or relinquish that position back. Let's go ahead and check out why. Looks like a car just went up on the wall and kind of caused a little bit of an incident. Sorry, everybody. Alright, we're good. It's like midnight, so I always do these commentaries at night, so nobody bothers me. It's very easy for me to do that. So we're restarting in sixth position here on the outside. We have about, I think we're about 7 laps in. Green flag drops here, stacked field, tons of cars behind us. We're trying not to make any mistakes. We don't want to be in the back of the field here. We want to move forward. Going out of 2 right now. These 2 guys in front of me made contact, and I get this shit out of the stick. Nothing I could do there, guys. And we got a car flipping in the fence. Every race. Check it out from my viewpoint. I was already lifted, and you know the field of animals came. I was super pumped though. Like as far as wrecking goes, I'm glad I didn't actually like wreck. That was just like there's one car right there, and then I was coming around the straightaway, and I'm like, oh, there's another car, and I was like, that guy's damage looked kind of unique. I've never really seen a car bent up. Let's go and check out why his car was all bent up like that. He just had like, his car got sucked into something. I don't know. It was weird. It just looked. I've never seen damage like that. It was kind of weird the way it was bent. So I wanted to check it out. But no, I was pumped that nobody really ran into me, so my car was drivable, but it wasn't like in perfect condition. I actually felt, you know, when you hit the wall, you always get like bent parts and stuff like that. The car loosened up, and I couldn't figure out how to tie it back down. So we're starting the tail end of the field here. Already got contact in front of us. We're going to make an easy position there, and they're going to be wrecking behind us already in turn 1. So notice about the sprint cars, guys, if it's not lap 1, it's going to be like lap 10. There's going to be a caution. So, caution does come out finally. Oh, whoops. Something, jumping on board with me right now. Track was really slick up there up top. Now this guy in front of me had no front wing. No front wing. And I'm like, really? I'm getting held up by him. I was trying to figure out how to get around him cleanly. You know, I was very faster than him. Very faster. Like stupid number faster. And I'm completely lifted down the front straightaway, and I couldn't figure out how to get around him. And I'm losing a ton of time. You know, I wish he would relinquish me the spot. But it is racing. I could totally slide job him. That's what I'm going to go ahead and do right now. We're down the front straightaway. I'm going to go ahead and throw a slider in on him. And I anticipated the car had way too much grip. And we messed up pretty good. I kept it on 4 wheels though somehow. Bounced it back. I was pretty disappointed in myself. That was embarrassing. I forgot how much grip's down there. And I just turned in way too early. And I mean, what are you going to do? We all make mistakes, right? So, back again in the back of the pack. We got a bent up car. At this point, I just want to finish the race. I just want to get it over with. You know, we don't have a car to win, that's for sure. We're in the back of the pack, and we're just breaking a little bit over halfway here. Green flag drops. And we have a car going across on its side, and then another car back into the wall here. Gonna bring out yet again another car. Just gonna check that out. Looks like that car just got loose, made contact with another car, and those 2 guys tangled up. Let's go ahead and check that out again. I think he slid up and those 2 cars went to avoid it. I don't know, but that guy's car looks pretty roasted after that. That was a pretty decent hit. Let's go ahead and check that out again from his angle. Looks like he just tried to avoid it, that black car, and made contact with that. Oh, his car is done. That thing is destroyed. He actually told me, I think his name was David, he said that if I just told him in chat or like told him in voice, he would have let me by, and I was like, oh. So sometimes you just have to ask. It happens, I guess. So back again on another restart here. Gonna see if we can break into the top 10. Actually, we have breaking into the top 10, so we're 9th. But see if we can at least finish in the top 10. You know, my car was pretty beat up and roasted. And, you know, I was just trying to hold on, to be honest. Thing was bent up, drove really loose. I couldn't tighten it down. Like, it's weird when you make contact in these cars and you get damaged. It loosens the car up, kind of weird. It's like a weird drive. So I couldn't figure out how to keep this thing tight. I was struggling on cornering off a lot because I couldn't really keep the thing tied down. So, going on that front straightaway here, we got a few laps left on the table. We can maybe make a few positions here. See, you guys could tell the car's kind of swaying around. It's not steering right. It was funky, and you know, I don't know. It's just what you get from damage, I guess. We're trying to run the middle here. I think it was actually fairly decent on the middle until the corner speed on the exit. I don't know if I just wasn't on it enough, but I think the middle was fairly decent on 3 and 4. We got one car in front of us getting super sideways. This guy's running that thing up the cushion. Track was just really gnarly. We're going to try to run the outside here, but it's, like I said, the car was really loose. 1 and 2 was getting real slick. I'd definitely make a tire pressure change, I think. Might have been too high towards the end here. Car might have been, I don't know, I never checked really any notes or anything like that. I tend to stay away from that stuff. I just like to keep it fun and show you guys that you can race on pretty much a baseline setup and still be competitive. I want to show you guys that. You know, I'm not trying to be that guy that just sits on iRacing all day, runs setups, and you guys are wondering, oh wow, he's really fast, but yeah, he sits all day on iRacing and makes setups. I just want to show you guys you could literally jump on iRacing and still have fun, whether you finish 5th, 10th, dead last, or even win. So, you know, that's my goal in my videos. And yeah, there will be some videos, I'm sure, that I, you know, obviously do test a lot, but for the majority of the part, you know, I don't. So, that's going to complete this race. Perfect timing on the commissary. Couldn't have ended that sentence any better as far as time goes. So, hey, I mean, AJ Nevin finished. I think he's the pro guy. Even Nevin, I don't know. That's the pro guy I was talking about. We finished 9th, so we did finish inside the top 10. Not bad. Stacked field. I think there's 18 cars. But if you guys enjoyed this video, let me know. Leave a like. Leave some feedback. What do you want to see me in? And hit the sub button, please. We're about to hit a 1K subs, and I appreciate it a lot. And I'll go ahead and announce what I'm doing for 1K subs, guys. You guys are the best, and I'll see you in the next video.